Ever wish you had a crystal ball when you were buying your place?
Huh. I think we all have at some point.
Right. Imagine if you could actually get some, data-driven foresight for that kind of thing.
Well, that's where all this AI stuff comes in.
It's kind of wild to think about, right?
Yeah, and it's about way more than just like replacing those late night Zillow spirals. This is about AI actually transforming the entire experience. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking about how we figure out what a property is really worth, making the whole process way more efficient, even getting ahead of those market swings instead of just reacting to them.
Okay, I am 100% on board for this deep dive. So
Yeah.
we are talking all things AI in real estate today, right?
That's right.
We've got a whole stack of research and articles here, and honestly, some of this stuff is like seriously mind-blowing.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to be uncovering how this whole industry went from like mountains of paperwork and old school methods to these super sophisticated algorithms.
You know, it's funny because the real estate industry, it hasn't exactly been known for being like the quickest to jump on the tech bandwagon.
That's true.
It's actually kind of fascinating when you think about it. An industry that's all about, these huge financial decisions. And for so long, it was clinging to manual processes and these paper trails.
Yeah, and honestly, trying to make sense of some of those old property deeds.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's like trying to decipher hieroglyphics or something. Don't even get me started on the paperwork.
It's a completely different world now. Like, remember those old school appraisals? The ones basically using historical data to try to guesstimate a property's value?
Huh.
Well, AI is using real-time info now, these advanced algorithms, to crunch through mountains of data and come up with valuations that are way more accurate.
See, that's what I mean. It's kind of mind-blowing to think about how much has changed, and even more to think about what's coming next.
So, what kind of AI tools are already shaking things up in real estate? I bet some of our listeners would be surprised to know what's already possible.
Oh, for sure. One area where we're already seeing a huge impact is in content generation and marketing.
Okay.
So picture this, okay? AI actually writing up compelling property descriptions, almost as if it were a real estate agent itself.
No more struggling to come up with those descriptions. Sign me up. Exactly. It's about freeing up those agents to do what they do best, which is working directly with their clients. And it goes way beyond just like property descriptions too, right? We're talking AI generating social media posts that actually get engagement, even creating virtual tours.
It's like having a 24/7 marketing assistant.
Yeah.
What about for those of us who just dread things like going back and forth trying to schedule appointments or just waiting forever to get an answer to a question about a property?
Oh, yeah. Well, say goodbye to phone tag because AI-powered chatbots, they're becoming more and more common in real estate. They're available 24/7 to answer those questions, schedule viewings, even help narrow down those property searches.
No more playing email ping pong with busy agents. That alone seems huge.
Oh, yeah. And here's where things get really interesting. Think about data analytics, those market insights. AI can look at these massive data sets, uncover the things that humans might miss, predict property values more accurately, even offer these personalized recommendations based on your specific needs and what you're looking for.
So instead of just going on a gut feeling, you're getting these data-driven insights to make those decisions.
Exactly. And there are some seriously impressive tools already being used out there. Like, have you heard of Reonomy?
I have not, no.
They're using AI for commercial real estate data analysis. And then there's Rex Real Estate. They're using AI to automate transactions.
Okay, see, this is already blowing my mind a little bit, and we're just scratching the surface here. So this is all sounding incredibly promising, but let's be real for a second. What about, like, the actual tangible benefits for the average person who's looking to buy, sell, or even just wrap their heads around this wild real estate market?
When you really think about it, for most people, buying or selling a place, it's got to be one of the biggest financial decisions they'll ever make, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And AI, it has the potential to make that whole process, I don't know, smoother, more transparent, definitely less stressful.
Okay, that is definitely reassuring to hear because I don't know about you, but that whole process always feels a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
You're not alone there. But let's break this down a little bit, right? Remember how we were talking about AI's ability to analyze these huge, huge amounts of data?
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine using that for something like property valuation. We're talking about getting to a level of accuracy that we just like couldn't even dream of with those old school appraisal
So no
methods.
more like second guessing or just going with your gut on something that big. That's like a game changer right there.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. And it goes even beyond that, too. Think about all the time and hassle AI can save with workflow automation. We're talking everything from, scheduling and managing those documents to even like streamlining parts of the actual transaction.
Okay, less paperwork, faster transactions. I am totally here for all of that.
Yeah.
And that whole thing with AI, being able to predict market trends, that seems like such a game changer, especially for anyone who's looking to actually make smart investments. It's like getting a sneak peek at the future of the market.
Right. It's like having that like insider knowledge, that leg up. But as much as I think we're both like really excited about the potential of all of this, and trust me, I could geek out about AI all day
Oh,
long.
please, geek out. That's what we're here for.
We do need to talk about I don't know, the flip side, right? What about those challenges that come with trying to bring this technology into such a complex industry?
Yeah, no, you're totally right. We definitely have to talk about the other side of the coin here. What are some of the potential downsides or challenges we need to be aware of?
Well, for starters, like bringing AI into an industry that, let's be honest, has been kind of dragging its feet when it comes to technology.
Yeah,
That's no easy task.
right.
We're talking about integrating systems, moving data, training, all of it. It's a huge undertaking, especially for smaller companies that might not have the same resources as some of those bigger players.
So this isn't just like flipping a switch and suddenly everything's, AI powered.
Right. It takes time.
Okay.
It takes resources, and honestly, it takes a willingness to adapt. But beyond just the like logistical stuff, there are also like these bigger picture questions we've got to be asking.
Okay, like what? Don't leave me hanging.
Well, think about it, right?
Effie.
As we start handing over more and more control to these algorithms, we got to be super careful and make sure they're designed and implemented responsibly.
So we don't accidentally automate biases or create a system that puts certain groups at a disadvantage.
Exactly. And it's more than just fairness, right? We also have to remember, that human element.
Yeah.
Buying or selling a home, that's a huge personal decision.
Hugely personal.
And sometimes you need a real person who gets it, who understands your needs and can work through those concerns.
100%. An algorithm can't replace the actual expertise and empathy of a good real estate agent.
Right.
So how do we strike that balance though? How do we embrace the amazing potential of AI without losing that personal human touch?
See, that is the million-dollar question. And it's something that everyone in real estate is trying to figure out.
I bet. I'm curious. Where do we even go from here? What are experts saying about the future of AI in this world? Are we all going to be house hunting with our own personal AI assistants?
Yeah.
So we've talked about AI's potential to totally shake things up in real estate,
Definitely.
but also about being mindful of, those challenges.
Yes.
Where do we even go from here? What does the future hold for AI in real estate?
Well, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. It's all about navigating those challenges head on, not just pretending they don't exist.
Right.
And as AI starts to really find its place in the industry, we're already seeing some really interesting trends starting to pop up.
Like what? Give me a sneak peek into the future.
One of the biggest ones is this move toward even more automation,
Okay.
which, we touched on a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And it's not just about making those individual tasks more efficient.
Right.
It has the potential to completely reshape the roles that people play in the industry.
But that's both really exciting and a little bit,
For sure.
intimidating, right? Like out with the old, in with the new.
It's a huge shift. For instance, some experts are predicting that we'll see a rise in these totally new job titles, things like, prompt engineers and fine-tuning experts.
Prompt engineers, fine-tuning experts. Okay, now you have to tell me more. What are those?
So basically, right, as these AI tools get more and more sophisticated, someone's got to teach them how to actually function in the real estate world, right?
Oh,
How to make sense of all that complex property data, the ins and outs of negotiating deals, you name it. So that's where these new roles come in. They're kind of like that bridge between the algorithms and the, very human side of buying and selling property.
wow. It's kind of wild to think about those ripple effects, how this one type of technology can change not just how we do things, but even what jobs exist in the first place.
Absolutely. And it really highlights how this isn't just about plugging in some new software.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about adapting right alongside it. And it raises a really interesting question.
Yeah.
What other unexpected jobs might we see popping up as AI becomes even more integrated into everything real estate?
It's a question we'll definitely have to keep exploring.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes you realize we're not just like passive bystanders in all of this, right?
Hey,
Like as consumers, investors, really anyone who's even remotely interested in real estate, we have a role to play in how this technology is developed and used.
I completely agree. It's about staying informed, staying engaged.
Yeah,
It's exciting to think about what AI can do in this industry, but we've got to be aware of those potential downsides too.
absolutely.
Keep asking those critical questions about data privacy, about the potential for bias in algorithms, and never forgetting about the value of actual human experience.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Where we're embracing innovation, but doing it responsibly.
100%.
Because ultimately, I think we all want AI to make the real estate experience better for everyone, not, create new problems or leave people behind.
Absolutely. It's about harnessing all this incredible potential while holding on to the things that make real estate at its heart a really human experience.
That is the perfect note to end on. A call to action for us to stay informed, engaged, and ready to shape how AI transforms the world of real estate.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been amazing. Until next time.